What do they do? Who would see that and think I want to play it?
What do we got here? We're live. Say something, Tom.
Yo. You sound better?
There we go.
Okay, it's good?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good.
Cool. All right.
Okay, so I don't have to go through this other bullshit.
Nope.
All right. Word.
We figured it out. All right, now I can go get my ass kicked.
All right. All right, so I got. All right, so we got this shit. We got this shit down. Let's go, bro. All right. Didn't have to go through all that bullshit, but that's all good.
Sorry to interrupt. What the hell is happening?
Okay. Fuck on
Dude.
Present for you.
Okay. It's probably. Let's see. Go.
Jesus, my head.
So what I'll do is let me exit out of here. I'm exiting out of here.
Dude, these things are beating my ass. Dude. Come the fuck on. I gotta kill that dude up top. It's pissing me off. Yeah, I tried to I shot him 4 times in the fucking chest and head, and he's just like... I got one, but I'm gonna save it for after I've killed his ass so I can take the rest out.
Okay, so now they don't even show the fucking video, which is bullshit.
Try to refresh it.
I should be able to watch it now.
Shows it on mine.
Oh, okay, so now, yeah, I sound good now. I sound good now.
Don't mind me.
I sound good now. You're laughing at me fucking sounding good. Like, I sound good now.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, fuck, this dude just uppercutted the shit out of me. Oh! Oh, I'm getting my ass beat.
There you go.
Oh! Blew myself up. Oh, you motherfucker.
What the hell is happening?
I thought I just killed that dude.
So should we talk about how you mistake Russell D'Angelo for fucking Russell Westbrook and Russell Wilson?
Yeah. I'm getting my fucking ass beat. Where is that motherfucker?
And how black people
he's right there.
Don't claim Russell Wilson and Russell D'Angelo either. Let go.
Dude, that dude, like, takes so much shots. Why is the dude in the red take 1,000 fucking shots to kill?
It's here.
I'd better die. I'd rather just die at this point than waste all my ammo. Dude.
I'm probably better off just going to YouTube here.
That's what I was trying to do. I'm just gonna die. This shit's fucking whack. What's my sister calling me for? Hello? Oh, I'm trying to die on purpose, and he won't die. There we go.
Ooh, I better change the resolution on this.
Give me a second. I know where my brother and sister are stopping by.
Okay. Let me get to the
okay,
settings.
So this motherfucker better die if I fucking shoot him. I'm gonna run up on him and blow his face off with this magnum. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna run up on this dude and shoot him in his fucking face with this magnum, and he better fucking die.
Yeah.
I spent good money on this fucking magnum. No, I wanted it just because I was running out. I was struggling to find shotgun ammo at times. And I just wanted to have that extra thing on me, you know, in case I needed to fucking shoot a motherfucker in the face.
Just don't mind me.
Here we go.
Sorry to interrupt. Next.
He's not dead? Tell me he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Cool. Dude, this dude just went through my shotgun shell and fucking punched me. Sometimes I don't like what goes on with the aiming on here. Like, you clearly shoot a dude in your shotgun spread and it will do nothing to him. Where's this dude shooting this arrow at me? He's dead.
Okay.
Where are you, Herb?
Awesome.
Come on. Reload.
Ooh. That's pretty warm.
Out of the way.
Ooh, pretty warm. Okay.
Okay, so that's done. Dude, you could have snuck to the right or left and just dropped the whole thing on him. That sucks.
All right. Ooh, that feels good.
Your eyes tell the story that you wish you could. It's like the retrace the footsteps and never steal his favor. And I wouldn't ask this of you. Good eye, sniper. I shoot. You got no words scribbled on the wall. No friends you didn't know. Are you in or are you out? And then else knows it never do so. Bye bye, beautiful.
Don't bother to write. Stand by your words. Yeah, bitch, stand by your words. Yikes.
Cutscene.
You can stop right there.
Ada.
Come on.
She's got like such a dead voice.
Wouldn't make me use this. Would you?
Well, after 6 years, that is one hell of a greeting.
I know.
You don't seem surprised.
That's funny.
Interesting.
Like, she's literally like, wishes her voice sounds like she wishes she'd be anywhere else but playing this character.
Try using knives next time. Better for close encounters.
Not a bad move.
Yeah.
Very smart. You know I don't work in town.
Yeah.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what.
Yeah.
You walk away now. And who knows? Maybe you'll live to meet me again. And then I might
Leon's
get you that
more
girl you were
yoked in this
looking
game.
You think I'm gonna give up that easy?
He's got some 22-inch python though.
Right.
Yeah.
How about we continue this discussion another time?
I don't work.
What you gonna do when the 22-inch pythons roam wild over you, brother?
I was there. I was there, you know. I'm a former Navy SEAL, huh? How about that, bub? What if I told you I was there when the towers fell, huh? What do you say about that?
You bunch of slack-jawed faggots.
I was there. I was there the day JFK got shot. I was there. You think he just miraculously disappeared? Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
His voice is so iconic. All right. I'm listening to Huey Lewis in the News from the old school Back to the Future soundtrack. There's some amazing looking women. Even in this video, I'm like, yikes. Even Huey Lewis is not giving those women up. Because, like, basically they do a scene where, like, Huey Lewis is at a, you know, gonna do a gig at, like, a bar or something. And then Christopher Lloyd pulls up in the DeLorean. And then the doors come up and he's like, don't touch anything. And then he's like, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, there's rock and roll music playing here. He was like, oh, I got to check it out. And he runs in. He was like, then he turns around, don't touch anything in the DeLorean. You know, that kind of bullshit. And then he goes in, and then obviously Huey Lewis plays their like hit song for one of the Back to the Future movies, Power of Love. And like, so they're showing him singing, which obviously because it's a video, he's lip syncing. But like, yo, they do a cut scene to this woman, and it's like, even back then in the 80s, it's like, that's a drop dead gorgeous woman. Like, you know that dude had a piece of that. But in retrospect, Huey Lewis, because of the concerts and everything, and all the music and everything, yo, he lost his hearing. He cannot sing anymore. Yeah. He got tone deaf, and they don't go on tour anymore because he's toast. But I gotta be kind of like a little bit of a nerd. I do like all the Back to the Future movies, but they're totally my era. I love them fucking movies. Yeah, because it's you know it's got some laughs. It's got some quirkiness to it. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little bit of time travel, but it's not wicked corny, you know what I mean? And it's like, it kind of like goes through the time of like, you know, you go back to the 50s, you go into the future, you know, it's like, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I think it's one of the first movies that really, like you said, deliver those Easter eggs. Like like I don't think in many movies before that, because remember, Back to the Future is one of the like first like genres of movies that go into like Back to the Future 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Like Terminator does that, but I don't think Terminator has a lot of Easter eggs. They don't do a lot of that in that. It's just obviously they're yeah. So I kind of like, I'm missing a movie that had Easter eggs, but I think Back to the Future was one of the first genres, but I'm missing another one that had some Easter egg moments in it. But Yeah, Back to the Future is up there with like really delivering Easter eggs and moving on to the, because you kind of have to do that when you're jumping back and forth supposedly in time, and they deliver that. But yeah, yes, yep. So there's always kind of a weird, there's always kind of a weird, when they do like movies that like kind of move in time, because they're not necessarily sure if you can actually, if it was actually reality where you can move your move and see your older self or not, and is it a good idea to be in the presence of your former self or future self? Right, share the same space. Yes. So they always play that weird kind of in a sense concept. So one movie that I just seen recently, not a lot of action, but the concept is really good, is, if you do have Amazon Prime, Alien Code. So basically the premise of the movie is that they need encryption code kind of people to decipher this code that they give them, or cipher code people, but they're kind of like dark web, deep web kind of code people that kind of do illegal shit. So they basically run up to this dude and were like, you've been in illegal activity. We know you need money. We got a job for you. This is like the government. Check in front of them that they don't show the amount, but they're like, okay, if you do this for us, that's yours. And they download the money right into his account. So they were like, yo, we're not fucking around. So he's like, okay, what is this? And she was like, okay, this is kind of alien code. We got this probe. There was a message inside of it. We need you to kind of decode this thing. So at first he wasn't, but they were like, yo, we know you need money. We know like you kind of been in, not in jail, but like you got legal troubles. We know your parents died. We know you own this house, but we know but no one will touch you because you're just kind of like, you're kind of tainted goods. So we're offering you money that's going to set you up. So basically he takes it, and I won't say anything beyond that, but he basically takes it, and basically they're giving him a code to decipher that they're like, oh, this is from aliens. This is not. And he's like, oh yeah, bullshit and all this other nonsense. And he thought he was like, it was more like entrapment, but they were like, no, this is not entrapment. Watch, we're gonna show you. We're gonna put the money in your account. Like, you need this money. You're gonna get it. You probably will take this job. And it's not an action movie, but the plot and the setup and the movie that was created around what was going on is actually pretty good. So it's not the greatest of like filmed movies, but if you roll with the kind of the plot of the movie, it's actually pretty good. But it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Alien Code. Yes. Yo, it's pretty good. Yeah. Yo, it's way low budget. You know it because there's no action in it. but the concept, whoever created that movie, whether it was the director or an executive producer or the writer, whatever, it's actually pretty decent. Because I saw it and I was like, yo, that shit gets you thinking. You know, it's like, and this idea of like, I won't even say anything, but it's this idea of, in a weird way, entrapment by aliens. like it's such a really good concept. It's unfortunate that there's a good concept and then like they have to build a low budget movie around it, but the concept is good. But it's alien entrapment. That's the only thing I'll say about it. But that's pretty good. It's called Alien Code, and it's free on Amazon Prime. It's good. Yeah, and it's only like an hour and a half, but it like kind of the concepts and how things unfold. It's not that unrealistic. Like it's like, this could go down this way. It's really good. Oh, and I did see that movie 65 with who the fuck's that actor? Driver there? No. The dude with the kind of Adam Driver, yes. Me and my dad, he rented that from the library, and that movie called 65. No. So, okay, that's incorrect. So what he is he's, yes. So it's not terrible if you view it in an aspect that, so basically he's basically like, he drives a ship. So I think the first aspect of the movie is that his daughter has medical issues, and like he drives these ships where he takes these people in pods that are cryogenically in stasis, and he takes them from one place to another, which is millions of years or light years away or whatever. So he's never taken on a mission that was longer than like maybe 6 months. I'd have to ask my dad about that. But he takes a longer trip ride because he needs money because his daughter has a serious illness. So he needs the money, so he takes it on. So when he's taking this trip, he runs into an asteroid belt which downs the ship. Just so happens it downs the ship on Earth 65 million years ago. So there's humanoid people that are living that are before the the kind of like Big Bang or asteroid thing at 65 million years ago on Earth. So they crashed before that, and that's why it's called 65. So he's basically there with cryogenically frozen humans that are traveling, and he's basically like a truck driver driving these passengers to another wherever. And the ship ends up crashing, and he has to deal with Earth 65 million years ago. It's actually not bad. It's not like Oscar worthy, but it's not terrible. No, I actually kind of like, me and my dad watched it last night, and it was actually not too bad. Kind of liked it. Yes. Okay, so that 65 movie, my dad gave me that a couple days beforehand. So I wasn't like totally interested. And then he was like, "Hey, do you still have that? Is that movie still down there? Did you watch it?" And I was like, "No." So he takes it upstairs and he starts watching it. And then I just go up with a beer and I plop down and we watched it. And I'm like, that's not a bad movie. It's not like, it's not going to blow you away, but it's not, the concept is not bad. Again, like if you're kind of into that sci-fi stuff, it like, to be honest, I wasn't going to watch it alone. But since my dad was watching it, I was like, okay, I'll go watch it. And like, I was like, it's right. It's right. It's not, if the critics called it terrible, no, it's not the case. But it's not, again, it's not like an Oscar worthy movie, but it's like, if you're kind of into that kind of like lone sort of sci-fi, yeah, yeah. So I've watched like that, the Librarian movies, and then I watched the series. Not bad. They're not um sort of like, like National Treasure with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but like more. So they made a couple movies. The movies are kind of like B-rate movies, but they're not bad. They're kind of cool. As far as like, if you kind of like that National Treasure kind of stuff, they're not bad. And the series is not bad. I mean, it's not blow you away, but like something to watch. I've watched them. It's not bad. I think my dad has that new Star Trek series, that like the New Strange World kind of thing, which is a series, like first season. What other? So I've watched some other movies on Prime. Oof, let me go to Prime here. I think I can get it from my. Oh, let's go to media. Okay, Prime Video. I think I hooked it up through my PlayStation. If not, I can switch over. But oh, yep, I'm here. Okay, so the Librarians. I want to pull the trigger on the J.R. Smith, like going back to an all-black college and playing golf. That kind of interests me only because I'm playing golf, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it. I watched the first episode of the Family Stallones, Sylvester Stallone and his daughters. It's wicked. So it's not terribly interesting, only from the fact is that it's kind of reality TV, and he's a super normal dude. Like he's not. So like the only thing that he hates about his life is that he got pulled away from his wife and from his young daughters. So like when he was doing all the Rambo stuff and all that nonsense and making a huge career in Rocky and all that stuff, he had just met his wife during Rocky, and then he had his daughters when he was doing the Rambo stuff, and like it just all the movie stuff kept him away from his daughters. But yo, he has a wife and 3 daughters. So but he's such a normal dude because like he comes home like so he'll do a movie or a series. He'll come home and like his daughters are there and like the daughters are like into their like individual lives and boyfriends, and he does not even want to meet any of their boyfriends. He cannot stand it. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And like, yo, he's extremely good friends with like Al Pacino and like all this. And yo, it's so hilarious because like the girls are like, I've been in this long-term relationship with my boyfriend and he does not want to meet the guy. And like he always rolls his eyes like they're in a scene where I was like, oh, I want, maybe come over and blah, blah. He's like, I don't give a fuck about these dudes. Keep them away from me. I don't care. And all this stuff. And then his oldest daughter tried to pull a prank on him that she was pregnant when she really wasn't. And like, he almost lost his fucking mind. He was like, and it was so fucking hilarious. But I seen the first episode of that. That's free on Prime. That was actually a little bit kind of funny, but I'm not going to pay to watch fucking Sylvester Stallone's fucking life. I seen Bullet Train. That's an okay movie. Yeah, it was okay. I actually liked the Jack Ryan series up until you got to the last season, and then I hated it. I couldn't stand it. The Legend of Vox Machina is super funny. The Reacher series is really good. The ABC Murders, the Agatha Christie with what's his name there? Let's see. With John Malkovich, that's not too bad. I watched The Hunters with Al Pacino. I watched the first season. I refused to watch the last season. I can't do that. I know there's a new Indiana Jones out. I'll never watch that. I think that's fucking retarded. Yeah, but you can't be 80 and still running around like that, dude. I think that's embarrassing. Oh yeah, it's so over exaggerated. We should blame. It's like, come on, Steven Spielberg. That's just not. Yeah, it's not. But they can't get away from that because it's like part of the series. John Wick 4 is out. Dungeons and Dragons movie. That's a negative. Here, let's say my stuff. Oh, they didn't even have anything that I like saved or watch. Okay. The library. I watched Three Pines. I I actually like Zero Dark 30, which was pretty. Okay, so well, so the decade-long hunt for Osama bin Laden is depicted. The controversial interrogations, dead ends, and puzzling clues are pieced together, leading to the gripping raid in Pakistan. I think I'm kind of with you. They tend to like over glorify the events, and I don't think they're as glorious as they lead them up to be. That's what it says I've watched, but I think I watched a lot more than that. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I hate to say it. There's this idea where they kind of try to make the people heroes, and I'm like, I don't know if you're. Do you really know what was going on in the plane? I mean, yeah, they did take the plane down. So at some point, those people on that, or the people that were going after those dudes, kind of knew like, we ain't gonna survive this. We got to take this plane down. But maybe you think the hijackers fucked up. Oof, that's I like. Hmm. I guess I would say this. I've been around a lot of people, and I think in the end, people don't rise to the occasion because they don't know the space that they're really in. You know what I mean? Like if you're on a plane and the dudes want to take it over, I don't think you really know that like people don't just jump to the idea that okay, they're going to take the plane down. This is the end. And I guess the other weird idea is if you could kind of take over a plane with box cutters. This is my idea. I've used box cutters in the spaces because like I worked at Walmart, I worked in a warehouse and whatever. Box cutters don't scare me. But if you're a person, which a lot of people are, that aren't around box cutters, you don't know that they're just these weak fucking tools. Yeah, they can cut. Right, they could like use it. Like again, remember, like if you use the actual blade a couple times, cutting through boxes or whatever, they get pretty dull pretty quick. So I would say this: even if they had fresh box cutters with fresh blades on them, you're not like even if you could cut to the bone. Like if I put my forearms up, I can get through that and probably punch you in the face. Because I've had tons of cuts working in a warehouse, box cutters, blades, all that stuff. But I will admit to this. People that are not around that, like, even think like a box cutter is like a fucking huge ass blade. You know, like the idea of like getting cut by something they're not down with, but you would need someone there that would be like, oh, you do know box cutters ain't shit. So if you get cut and you need to get stitched up, it's a lot better than taking this plane down. But I don't, but I would stress the idea that people that are layman's to box cutters and never dealt with them, they're going to think a box cutter is like a Rambo blade. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I could get with the idea of, yeah. But I've always had this weird idea, and I'm like, okay, so dude with box cutters. So even if I didn't have the concept that a box cutter is really nothing, these dudes have, and yes, I'm being kind of ethnic, and I'm kind of racially profiling. But me personally, I have no head on my hair. I lost it back in my 30s. But I see a lot of these Middle Easterners, and they got some kinky curly hair or real curly hair. I can grab onto that shit. Once you grab onto someone's fucking frizz and pull their head back, listen, you got total control over them. You can have a box cutter in your hand, but if I pull your head back, bruh, that box cutter ain't going very far. And that box cutter is swinging up in the air when I got your head fucking down by my knees. It just, to me, it just seemed like there was just a lack of understanding of, yo, you got like 100 passengers. You got like 4 or 5 intruders. Yeah. Like, no one's probably going to get right. And they might, and for the most part, they would have to strike someone almost perfectly. And to be honest, again, this is hindsight, but to be honest, they would have to strike with how the box cutter sits outside of that box cutter knife. They would have to strike someone almost perfectly to kill them. But I will admit, and like you said, how many people are put in those situations and then know to like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to engage and attack and take the plane back from them. Because it's kind of a weird thing because it's like, you're going to get a lot of like people that are going to be like, I don't know what to do here. I almost would have thought, no. So, okay, think of the idea. So you're trying to take over and control the plane. And yes, it is a massive deal to kick that, because you could blow anybody out that fucking emergency door. Right. But you're all in the same mess. So you got box cutters, that don't mean shit. Y'all all fighting for your lives. And the fact is that the person in the cockpit is not going to come out and going to try to land that plane. So yes, very risky, but it'll save a lot more people. Right, I get it. No, yeah, true, but the problem is like, let's say hypothetically that plane goes down because the people fought and then they fought them back and then obviously that plane crashed. But out of all, 4 planes, only one of them went down. So you have to think the majority is that people aren't gonna collaborate, form up, and fight. Because it only happened on one plane. If that's the idea that you're going with. Right. But all I'm saying is, out of the 4 planes, we hypothetically might think that happened on only one plane. So only a fourth of the planes that actually happened. So we're not saying that it didn't happen on the other planes. I'm not even saying that anybody rose up and fought. But the fact is, if they did, then the percentage shows that people are not willing to put up a fight. That even if someone, like let's say on the other planes that did go into the towers and went down, let's say, hypothetically say someone did put up a fight, but it ended up in 0 because this plane was still able to be controlled and go. Right. So the probability of that happening and being where you can lead a charge is less probable than. Well, again, we have to. So, but it's hard to say. Like it's so hard to say. Right, because like my idea would be like, they're just box cutters. like, eh. But maybe the idea was is they played on people being afraid of violence and their inability to react to it. Even if it was a box cutter, people would cower to the violence.
My brother and sister stop by. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, yo, we're having a heavy conversation about.
God.
No. We're having a heavy conversation about 9/11 and dudes taking over the plane and the idea of people not fighting back from box cutters.
Dude, if fucking a bunch of Arabs took over the plane with box cutters, I would single-handedly stand up and fuck those midgets up.
Well, that's what we're saying because, like, we've been involved in
or die
jobs,
trying.
We've been involved in jobs that require box cutters. I'm not afraid of a box cutter.
Yeah, I'm not afraid
because it's there's nothing there.
Well, my thing is like, how much do you value your life? I wouldn't care if they had fucking guns. We're all gonna die anyways. You gotta try to kill those motherfuckers.
But a lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, even if they had a machete, we'd have to band together and try to fuck those dudes up.
I'd be like, rise up, man. This is your life.
Yeah,
like, we're going at it right now. This is your life. We're going at it right now.
I'm still streaming if you guys are bored.
Okay. So, yeah, we're having that conversation because we're talking about movies and movies that we saw that were pretty good, and then that Matt had said that he saw that movie about the Pennsylvania flight that went down, and actually there's a good connection. There was a lot of Syracuse University students that were on that flight too, which is a connection to this area. Yeah, huge. What was it, like 709 or something like that? Flight 709 or 739 or something like that. Yeah, there was a connection to SU students. SU students were on that flight. But yeah, they took that flight down. So those dudes battled. The other ones.
I was questioning whether or not like it was that event even happened, like that plane was real, and the whole process of the plane being taken down was real.
I would think so, because I think, like you said, the time frame. There was no reason why to lock the cockpit. There was no reason. There was no reason why they had to secure anything. That's why they were able to take over those planes so quickly with whatever they had, because there was no threat of terrorist violence that was so prevalent that would take those planes down. I mean, basically, they did it all at once at the same time. And it was just like, almost like a shock run. And it was just like, do it all at once, boom, bam. There was no resistance with, again, remember before that, man, you can get through a terminal within fucking 15 minutes.
That should do it.
Yeah, there was no resistance. No resistance. Shit, you can't go past a certain point. If you look like a Middle Easterner or Habib, like, you're done. You're held up. Yeah, that random selected every time you hit an airport selection. Like, you're like, hey, you want to step to the side here? It's like, yo, I heard this one dude, so he was an Italian dude that tanned a lot.
Oh, great.
And every time he went to the airport, he was pulled off to the side because they thought he was a Middle Easterner. And he was like, I'm 100% Italian. Like, what is going on here?
There's that great scene from the Family Guy episode where the cop, something about there being like a terrorist in the area, and the cop pulls up his car.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh. Jesus. What the fuck? This dude just keeps fucking swinging. That dude fucking threw a combo at me.
Combo meal. What was that? That was in the one blade, where what's her face there? Who's
Jessica Biel.
Yeah, Jessica Biel.
Was so fine back in the day.
Yo, she was faking like she faked like she was pregnant, and like she's going in the airport or like the subway, and the dude was like, Chica. He was like, combo meal, because she was faking that she was pregnant. So the vampire was like, ooh, combo meal. It was such a fucking funny scene. Like, she's rolling by, he's like, ooh, chica. He's like, combo meal. And then they get fucked up. She throws off like the pregnancy gown or whatever with the belly there and the thing, and like she's got this crossbow and like she fucking takes him out.
Yeah, Jessica Biel's gooder. I wonder what she's up to.
Having Justin Timberlake cheating on her.
Oh, word? How do you know this shit?
Oh, what?
This dude knows. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yikes! Yo, supposedly there was some infidelity there. And it was
I didn't know that.
It was definitely on like Justin Timberlake's level. I don't know if it was like full full sex, but there was definitely like something going on. Well, like it actually hit the point where they had intercourse, if we're gonna be technical about it. I don't know if it was that, but there was definitely some contact with another woman while they were married early on in their relationship, and he publicly apologized and all this other nonsense. But yes,
fucking Timberlake, dude.
I be wearing suit and tie. No,
long as I got my suit and tie.
Oh, you were expecting me.
No, I know. There's Out of Time, and then he's in, what's the flick where they kill the kid at the end? That's so sad. I hate watching the end of it. Alpha Dog, yeah. That makes you sad every time. That's a true story.
He's okay. I mean, I'm not running to the movie theater or watching. Right.
Yeah, he's not bad. The ending of Alpha Dog gets me every time. It should bug me. Because they pretend to be his friend the whole time, and he's like begging for his life at the end. Oh, it makes me so sad. When he begs for his life and Justin Timberlake still fucking ties his hands and he's crying too, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Breaks over, I suppose.
The guy that Justin Timberlake played, he's actually out of jail now and in his 40s. So the story goes that the main character, Johnny, whatever the fuck his name is, he was a drug dealer or whatever, and in real life he got into it with this guy, and they devised this plan. They were gonna kidnap his brother, and they weren't gonna do nothing to him. They're just gonna kidnap him and stuff, and like try to get money or cash from him or some shit. And for some reason, when I play this, it makes me want to like hit my right trigger in to go into slow motion, like fucking Deadeye or some shit. But what ends up happening is he doesn't get what he wants in real life, and they ended up killing him. And it's sad though, because that whole movie, everything that happened to that, it's actually true. They kept the kid with him for so long, they kind of all became friends and like bonded and shit. And like a lot of the crew members just thought that for real they were gonna let this kid go, and just the kid was gonna be part of the group and just continue to hang out and shit. And that's not what happened. And like the guy that killed him was like, everyone was against it except for this one dude that was in the crew that just wanted to always wanted to impress the dude that ran the crew and shit, and he was just nuts, and he went and fucking did it for him. Yeah, the whole story's sad. So like he begs for his life and that bums me out so much. He's literally begging for his life. And he's like, I thought we were friends and all this stuff. And he's like, Justin Timberlake's like, I am, buddy. I am your friend. I would never let anything happen to you and all this shit as he's tying his hands up. Fuck.
So, what do we think about the new Mission Impossible movie?
I don't know anything about that.
There's a new one coming out. Right. I mean, yeah, they're pretty low impossible. It's like there's nothing about it.
Nothing
Yeah,
about
yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. There's possible. There's missions possible.
Yeah, missions possible. It's funny.
It's fucking. Well, this kind of weird idea that like they can make a new face and have this machine do it for them and throw it on and like they can do a voice recognition kind of thing. It's just like, come on, stop. No, he is. He's the one that like now produces these shits. And he does a lot of like the stunt shit.
Yeah, he has like
Okay, that thing where like okay, so like they need to play a different character to like get into these spaces or whatever. So they actually have this like portable machine that will manufacture a face that they want to, like they can bring it up on the screen, and it creates like a mask. Yeah, yes. It's embarrassing. That's not true. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, not a real thing.
Well, yes, and luckily they only made one of those, so that's plausible. It's such a terrible movie they can only make one. I'm post. Like good movie Nicolas Cage, I gotta question some of that stuff.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is like the same dude in every flick.
But he's out here just trying to make money because he went bankrupt with his ex-wife or whatever the fuck was going on. Yeah, something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, but like what also hurt crappy ass films every 3-4 weeks and then jump into another one, and like that's why he's pumping out so many
what the
of these,
fuck?
like,
I don't even got enough ammo to fight this dude.
This garbage fucking movie.
Well, shit. Wow.
You guys are really starting to become like a giant pain in my ass.
Oh, he looks fun. Kitty.
That's what I was looking for, some green herb.
I don't know. He's made some terrible investments. We'll just say that. And then to back it up, he's played in these terrible movies. But I think he got divorced. Yeah, I think he got divorced too, which cost him like a shit ton of money also. So it was just like a combination of a lot of things going on at once. And like all of a sudden it just became this let's make any movie to just generate like income. Yo, he made two of those, and the kooky thing is like sort of science fiction kind of like adventure movies. It's like classic Disney movie, like real life Disney movie. I'm not saying it's true. It's just saying that's it's almost they're it's Indiana Jones-ish, you know what I mean? Like, and people love that stuff, so it's like... So they actually made a National Treasure series that's on Disney. Yes. So, like, a lot of these new series, they've been making it more kind of, like, kid-friendly. Like, teenager, 20-year-old friendly, which is, to me, is kind of weird. I just don't get it. Okay, so this is where I'm going. Yes, this is where I'm going. National Treasure and Willow have done this thing where they brought in this kind of like LGBT, kind of younger generation. It's kind of all this mix. I don't get it. I like the original okay, remember, the original Willow is with Val Kilmer and what's her face, who was in this series here. Or yes, but who's the queen that was actually in the series that was actually in the movie with Val Kilmer? The original. No, not the evil queen, but she's the one that's the queen that actually in the series turns around and like almost tells Willow like you're not brave as you think you are, and that kind of bullshit in this, which was kind of actually to me was kind of funny. Like she was like, you're kind of not who you really are, you're kind of a piece of shit. But anyways, she actually played in the original Willow, and she played in this. But anyways, and now that I just found out, because I watched the new Top Gun movie that Val Kilmer can't even speak because of all his medical. No, he can't speak at all. But they actually brought him back for the Top Gun movie. But anyways, so they obviously probably couldn't bring him back for the Willow movie, but I was like, the idea that they kind of made this Willow for the younger generation, and they made the what was the other movie? They made that too. They brought in this younger generation, and it kind of like, how would I say this? They kind of watered down the series because they made it different, and I was just like, I'm kind of, because they molded it around these young people, and like the young people actually remind me of, I wouldn't say woke, but just this kind of like weird kind of dumb generation. I just didn't like it. Yeah, I was like, ugh. Like the new Willow, I was like, ugh, nah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on all of it. I hate all of it. Don't want to watch any of it.
Gate looks
I haven't even seen that. I seen the commercials for that, but no.
I've never even seen it.
Scott Bakula. Let's go.
Count Dracula?
So, yeah, I think we had a brief conversation about the new Willow. Yeah.
All right. Open for traffic.
Oh, it was so like, in a weird way, they kind of made this kind of like dominant female woke kind of, and I hate kind of saying the concept of woke because it's like there's quite a few different versions of it, but
well, woke used to be like you believed in the deep state, you were intrigued by conspiracy theories, like you knew the government was shady. Now woke is just woke. It's just being liberal and like virtue signaling.
Woke was like you had, like you weren't kind of naive
skepticism
to the
of the
idea.
government.
Yes, right. You weren't naive to the skepticism, but now it became like, oh, if you don't know this kind of bullshit, that kind of bullshit, it's like. Yeah. That's the, and it's like no. Yeah, it got taken over. Yeah. The concept, the idea, the people took it over, and it was like, okay.
That's kind of what they do. They just take these words and symbols and just turn them on their head. The rainbow used to be like a, I mean, I guess it still is, but it's just not
because like I started watching Willow, and I went to my dad and I was like, "What's up with this kind of like young people concept thing? I'm just not kind of down with it." He was like, "Yeah, they're kind of making this for the young people," and I was like, "Okay, this like."
Which is really dumb because something like Willow, like
It's okay to be afraid, you know.
No young person has saw the original movie, so they don't know.
You gotta keep
Right.
forward.
So to build,
We will be
right. So to build the movie
together.
as to bring in young people.
You can.
Again, like if you go to young people and be like, "Yo,
Just give me a
you
heads
make
up.
reference to Goodfellas,"
Okay.
they don't know what that is, so they don't sit here and watch older movies. They watch newer movies. So again, the concept, you're not like bring them into the fold.
Well, what's crazy
No.
is we liked older movies that were older than us. Like, I
Right.
love movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like, we watched movies that were older than us. These new kids, you fucking tell them what the Lord of the Rings is. They don't even know what the fuck that is. I know, dude, I swear to God, Griffin and Ethan, they never watched it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a movie. I'm gonna tell you a movie right now that I watched, and then I had this conversation with my dad. Yo, I'm telling you, this shit is old school. Cary Grant, To Catch a Thief.
Catch
The
a Thief.
motherfucker. Yo, it's not about action.
No, I know.
But yo, it's so character driven. It's just so fucking ridiculous. And the lead actress is amazingly beautiful. It's insane. She's insane.
Yeah, Grace Kelly.
Yes. Which, by the way, she ended up like marrying like the Prince of Monaco or some weird fucking shit like that. Like, yo, she is stunningly beautiful.
That's how it's done if you're one of these hot pieces of ass. You just marry some fucking rich, nefarious dude. Keep you scared but safe at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Stab him.
Yeah, Grace Kelly, I'm telling you. Yo, stunning. Like, I'm telling you, in some of these scenes where they kind of bring her out and, like, they kind of focus on her, which is obviously, like, a Hitchcock thriller. Yo, he will focus in on kind of the lead female actress. Oh my God, yo, she is, I'm telling you, if she was walking around today at that same age, you would stop in your tracks. She is that fucking gorgeous. It's insane. And then when you get to the story is fucking insane. It's just so much of a thriller, and it's like these older movies are just like they're so character driven. It's just so amazing.